Morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is August 8th, 2019. Happy Thursday to everyone. And this is going to be a video that is just basically a reminder. Okay, so everybody knows the person that we're looking at in the on your computer screen right now. This is April LaJune from the April LaJune America Matters show. April started her grifting career on YouTube in November of 2017. Most of you might remember that she started a website called tdaaccount.org, and where she sold false TDA paperwork that was paperwork that you could get from the internet and any number of government offices free of charge to you. She sold it for $450 if you wanted her to fill it out for you, $150 if you wanted to just get the paperwork and fill it out for yourself. These are free pieces of paper. She claimed that if you became a secure party creditor, that you too could get into your secret squirrel account. She claimed that you needed to correct your personal status or your status, and claimed that there was a public and a private side to things. And she spins the conspiratorial treadmill like it is, going out of style. And she is back at it again. Now, for a while, she had been removed off of YouTube and placed on a 3-month restriction due to the fact that she was doing so much scamming. There were investigations that were opened on her, one from the IRS that we had confirmed, that is apparently still open, one that is from the FTC, which is also apparently still open. She herself even claimed that she believed that the FBI was watching her, and on and on and on. We don't know whether that's actually real or not, in terms of whether it was something she was noticing or whether they had visited her, because the truth is, you can't believe a damn word that this woman is saying. For those of you that are not aware of the fact that April is a grifter, a scam artist, a conman, whatever you want to call her, I'm going to be going through a few things that will show you that I am not the only one who actually has gone through and debunked what April is saying, what she is attempting to try to sell you, and the fact that she's been doing this her whole life. As far back as 2012, I was able to trace documentation of people online who were calling April out for scamming them. Now, at that time, she was scamming people out of down payments, claiming she was going to do websites for them. Unfortunately, people fell into that trap. Some people decided to go ahead and blog about it and make mention of the fact that April took money from them and never completed their website project. Then, as we began to move up in time and I started to expose this woman more, her daughter and her son both came forward and said, yes, we really want mom to stop. We've been attempting to try to get her to stop for a long time. She refuses to stop scamming people, and notified us that she had a eBay scam in which she would sell eBay documentation from supposed celebrities in which she signed herself. She would fake the signature and sell them at a sell photographs of celebrities as though they had been signed by the celebrity themselves. That scam went on for a couple, 3 years apparently, and all of this is discussed if you want to take a look at the playlist called April LaJune Fraud that is on the front page of the Virgo Triad channel. Now, her daughter's 2 interviews and her son's interview is on there, along with 2 of her, two of her previous employees that called her out after they found out that her TDA scam was actually something that was listed on the FBI's scam website. Matter of fact, Jenny, her operations manager, back in April of 2017, left and never returned to work after she was contacted by a customer that let her know that April's scam was on the FBI's website, and as a result, she needed to be very careful because she could be considered a conspirator, being that this was something that's being cracked down on. Now, what happened was April basically went dark for a while after she was taken off of YouTube for that 3-month restriction back at the end of March. She got the restriction. She was restricted until the end of June. And when she came back, she had nothing up with regards to the TDA packages or trying to sell bogus documents. She basically went dark for a while and started talking about how she believed she was being watched and all these other things. And then all of a sudden, she popped up about 3 or 4 weeks ago claiming, oh, I'm going to, say what I need to say and all these other things. Apparently, the money was too good. At one point, Thomas, which the interview is in the playlist, which was her video producer, actually made mention that April was making somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 a month selling these bogus paperwork packages. Now, everybody that actually purchased those packages already knows that those are scams. The majority of them have either emailed the Virgo Triad channel or have actually come on and spoken about it in videos. Many, many, many of them have turned her into the Attorney General in Colorado because at the time that's where she was located. And several people are a part of the attempt to try to get Google to remove her YouTube channel because she continues to scam. I was really excited to see that for the first 2 weeks of April being back, she hadn't done any of that. She went straight back to her political commentary, which I don't necessarily agree with the majority of what she states in her political commentary, but that's her right to do. She is good at it, and it's something that I think people enjoy. I'm not an advocate for what she pushes, but it doesn't really make a difference because at least she's not scamming people. But she's apparently back at it again, and this time, instead of it being $450, now it's $950. So for those of you that want some real background on April LaJune, here it is. All right, so just some backstory for you guys. There was a customer that had purchased a package from April back in 2017, and by within 5 months of actually having that package, realized that she was receiving a lot of official documentation back that suggested that what she had filed through April's assistance was a scam. And she came forward and started speaking to the Virgo Triad channel about it. At that same time, Jenny, her operations manager, found out that she was working for a con artist, and as a result, ended up taking April to court to try to get her paycheck, in which April had refused to give to her. Now, when all of that was completed, they decided to go to the local newspaper, which at the time, April was practicing her scams out of Durango, Colorado. They went ahead and went to the Herald in Durango, and an article was printed up by Jonathan Ramiro in the Durango Herald, which I will show you in just a few moments. Many news sources picked that up because it was something at the time that was becoming a huge problem online, these TDA or so-called secret account or changing your status packages that were being pushed by April were being pushed by many other scam artists in addition, many of which now have already been placed in jail. However, April is still loose, and April actually continues her scam today at a much higher rate, almost like she's throwing everything in the ring, than what she was charging back in 2017 when she started this. Like I said, she went dark for a while. Everybody thought she was going to stop. And here she goes, starting up again. I guess the grift is just too good to give up. So she's pushing these packages again, but here is the Colorado Polls article, and if you read through it, you'll see that there are other things that are questionable about April in addition to the scam. There are all kinds of warnings, including ones on the FBI website with regards to this. And April, of course, continues to deflect and make claims that other people exposing her are the cons, so on and so forth. But if you buy one of April's packages, it won't take you but a few months to realize you've been had. Hundreds of people have come before you. All right, on to the next news article. Here is the article from the Durango Herald that was written by Jonathan Ramiro. As you can see here, there's a picture of April LaJune, and you will be able to take a look at the fact that there were customers that came forward with regards to this article, in addition to employees that came forward. This was again done in May of 2018, and there is a reason why so many people were so angry. You see, she blew up big in November of 2017 with the claim that people could get millions in these secret squirrel accounts by doing things like accepted for value and filing UCC1s. At the time, she had Jennifer, who worked for her in La Plata County, and like I said, in April, Jennifer found out that this was absolutely a scam, and as a result of that, decided that she was going to gather together some other customers that she was aware of that had purchased the package, that were receiving things back from the Secretary of State and other official offices. There were some people that got fined $5,000 per instance from the IRS. There was one person that actually ended up spending 4 weeks in jail because of filing a fraudulent UCC1, all over April LaJune's packages. So there's the Durango Herald. All right, and here we have Esquire magazine. Esquire says that right-wing radio host is allegedly running a second scam on the side. Charles Pierce, which has been a long-time reporter for Esquire magazine and several other places, wrote an article with regards to April LaJune, warning others about this scam. Lots and lots and lots of money. Thomas, which used to do her video production, has an interview in the Virgo Triad playlist where he informs everyone that April was ripping off people to the tune of $30,000 a month back in 2017 and 2018. So Esquire magazine also warning people with regards to this scam. All of these links will be in the description of the video so that you can take a look at them for yourself. And we're going to move on to some other places that have warnings up with regards to April LaJune's scams. Rational Wiki actually just came out with a draft for April LaJune that I think you guys will find interesting. This is something that's new, has not been up on one of my videos before, and it reads, April LaJune is a con artist on many social media sites selling paperwork that she claims will access your, quote, Treasury direct accounts, a made-up depository of money which sovereign citizens claim the government holds in citizens' names. In addition, she purports to be a conservative journalist, but mostly she serves up conspiracy theories related to things like Q. She has been called out on her fraudulent practices by multiple sources, including the SPLC, her own children, and former employees. Most of the paperwork that she sells for upwards of $1,000 is copied from earlier work of other Sobsit loons, such as Anna Von Reitz, and, of course, the fugitive from justice, Winston Shrout, the latter of whom is currently on the run from a felony conviction for promoting the same scam that LaJune does. Multiple FBI investigations are purportedly open on LaJune, and she has recently had her main YouTube platform shut down because of her fraudulent promotions. Now, this was when they actually had shut down her YouTube account for those 3 months, put her on restriction, and removed all monetization. She was allowed to come back to YouTube as of the 30th of June and was doing very well up until a few weeks ago when she decided that she was going to go back to scamming people again. Again, this is just a draft, so we'll see what happens with it, if it is updated or not, but it is new and I thought you would find it interesting. Okay, for those of you that are not aware, and you frequent Facebook, there is a Stop April LaJune, an A for V redemption scammer on the run website or Facebook page. Has got several people that have actually been ripped off by LaJune on it, and it was opened up due to the fact that many people had attempted to try to contact April by using the P.O. box that she had in Durango. Now, this was before she moved, and people were attempting to try to get their money back due to the fact that they found out that the paperwork does not work. Of course, those went largely unanswered. There's only one person that I'm aware of that got their money back, and they got their money back after making a video that was very damaging to April. They uploaded actual screenshots of the conversation by text message that they had with her that, of course, incriminated her. And as a result, April returned the funds to that party, but to none others. And that is the information that the Attorney General of Colorado holds. Many, many customers that have turned her in. Moving on to the next source. Okay, and as promised, I've taken you over to the Southern Poverty Law Center Hate Watch. You see, it's the Hate Watch. And if you go down, this was from the end of May 2018. And if you go down here, you will see the very first one is April LaJune. And this is going over the supposed straw man accounts, the correction of status, quote unquote, that she uses, and the claim that you have a secret squirrel account that she can somehow secretly get you into. And if that is the case, then absolutely April does not deserve $1,000 per package for paperwork that you can download yourself for free online, or you can walk into any government office to pick up. And in addition to that, why would you pay somebody $950 to fill out some very simple paperwork, especially when that paperwork doesn't work? So there you have it with the Southern Poverty Law Center Hate Watch. For those of you that don't know, the Hate Watch follows people that are master con artists or that spread what would be considered hate, and as a result of that, place it on their website for others to be aware of. Moving on. There are multiple blogs about April, multiple blogs. All you have to do is run a search on Google and just search under April LaJune fraud. You'll have pages and pages come up, but one of the best ones is called Quatloose, and this will take you through years worth of April's scams, and it will give you additional information as to other people that are reporting on April's scams. So this information is pages and pages worth of information. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, there are also ripoff reports with regards to April. There are ripoff reports regarding scams. They're all regarding scams, but there's multiple. So if you go on ripoff report, you will find that there are at least 3 that I am aware of with regards to her, and they're lengthy. You need to go ahead and read them. I know one of them has to do with the TDA package. I know that there is another one that has to do with something having to do with her notary. There is all kinds of information all over the web with regards to this woman. So this is not isolated just to bogus paperwork. This is also has to do with people that she's worked for in the past. It's an unbelievable amount of information that proves that April LaJune is a con artist. But these are just a few things. There are many more. And if you go on my main my main channel, the home page, and I'll take you over there now. So here we are over at my main page, and if you just go down here to where it says created playlists, you will see where all of my playlists are, and I will take you over here to where you can actually locate the April LaJune fraud playlist. That April LaJune fraud playlist, which is right here, has a total of 51 videos in it. 51. That is a lot of fraud videos. These videos debunk what she's saying and show you verifiable proof. These videos are of interviews with ex-customers, employees, and her own family members, letting you know that April LaJune is a con artist, and please do not purchase anything from her. If you do, make sure that you are aware that the chances are almost 100% that you are going to end up losing those funds. No matter what you do or who you contact from an authority standpoint, you will not get your money back, chances are, unless you have a great deal of information against her that she gets concerned about getting out there, as the one customer did that uploaded all of the chats that they had by text message and eventually strong-armed April into giving her her money back. That took quite a while to get done, and it was something that was reported on by many channels, including my own, that forced April's arm, and she did eventually get her money back. Out of hundreds and hundreds of people, that is the only person that I am aware of that received a refund at all, and it was so damaging to April's reputation after having everyone else come out and speak against her with regards to her scamming, that I believe she was attempting to try to stop that at the time. I'm very glad that that person did get their funds back, but the chances of you getting your funds back are very slim. Like I said, that's one out of hundreds and hundreds. There's also a petition that's out there that Scam Stingers put up last year in order to try to get people to notify Google that really the YouTube channel needs to be taken down if it's going to be used for the process of scamming people. Now, as I said, when April got back from her restriction on YouTube, it seemed as though she was going to be doing something again that was at least informative in terms of the people that like to watch that sort of commentary. But when she started her scamming again, I started watching more closely, and she's back at it full-fledged all over again. If you decide to purchase a package from April LaJune, I would say that get yourself prepared, because there are hundreds that have purchased packages from April LaJune. Not one person has ever gained access to their secret squirrel account, because those accounts do not exist. And changing your status is a bunch of BS. If you want more information with regards to the lie that is told regarding changing your status, you can simply go through and take a look at all of the debunking that was done in the April LaJune fraud playlist that'll be linked in the description of this video, because every single thing that April has ever said has been debunked in one of these videos. I would ask that those of you that are interested in doing business with this woman, please look at all of the information available, and please do your own research. Search Google, search YouTube. You'll find April LaJune is a con artist. I hope this helps someone to not fall into April's trap. And April, please, just do as your kids have asked. Stop scamming people. Have a good day, everyone.